President Volodymyr Zelenskyy has ordered the new Prime Minister of Ukraine, Yuliia Svyrydenko, to involve law enforcement agencies including the anti-corruption police in the mass audits of Ukraine's state-owned companies. Zelenskyy, who gave the order this week while in one-on-one meeting with the female Prime Minister, said, "The law enforcement agencies of Ukraine must take immediate action based on the outcome or results of the audits being initiated by Yuliia Svyrydenko, the current Prime Minister of Ukraine, who assumed office on July 17, 2025, after being confirmed by the Verkhovna Rada, meaning Ukraine's parliament, following President Volodymyr Zelensky's nomination of Svyrydenko as part of a major government reshuffle, replacing the previous Prime Minister, Shmyhal, who became the new Minister of Defense, and Svyrydenko previously served as the first Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Economic Development and Trade. The new position made her the second woman in Ukraine's history to hold the position of Prime Minister. Meanwhile, during the week, Zelenskyy also announced that the Nordic countries, Denmark, Finland, Iceland, Norway, along with other Baltic-friendly countries of Ukraine, have decided to commit an additional $500 million to the prioritized Ukraine requirements list, PURL initiative, a NATO-led initiative to expedite the supply of critically needed US-manufactured weapons to the country, which, Zelenskyy said, will be of a substantial help. In a number of statements during the week, Zelenskyy said, "I had a meeting with the Prime Minister of Ukraine. First and foremost, we focused on the situation with recovery efforts in the regions after the Russian strikes. Repair crews are working almost around the clock wherever needed, and the necessary resources have been deployed. We are increasing our reserve of equipment, and work with partners on this issue is constantly ongoing." Yuliia Svyrydenko also reported on the implementation of support programs for frontline and border communities. "We are ensuring the necessary funding. Starting tomorrow, a new winter support program for our people will be launched. Government officials will present all the details publicly." Last year, more than 14 million Ukrainians benefited from winter support, and we expect no smaller scale this winter. The Prime Minister reported on the launch of audit processes in state-owned companies. "We agreed that the audits must be conducted promptly, and all results must be forwarded to law enforcement and anti-corruption agencies for appropriate action. Personnel decisions will follow based on the findings. I also instructed that Ukraine's key partners be promptly informed about the audit outcomes and related decisions. Transparency in state-owned companies and the elimination of any schemes must be guaranteed. We also discussed personnel changes in the government. The Prime Minister of Ukraine will propose candidates for the posts of Minister of Energy and Minister of Justice. Last night, Patriots performed well, successfully intercepting Russian ballistic missiles. Yet we still need considerably more forces, systems, and compatible missiles to protect lives. This week, the Nordic countries, Denmark, Finland, Iceland, Norway, along with our Baltic friends, decided to commit an additional $500 million to the PURL initiative, which will be a substantial help. We are also working on deliveries of other advanced air defense systems and strengthening our aviation. A major deal with France is in preparation and will be finalized soon, a historic agreement. We are setting up a deal with Greece as well, on energy to maximize options for gas supplies to Ukraine, both for this winter and strategically for the long term. Agreements with various European countries, from Norway to Greece, will ensure our state's gas supply guarantees. I thank all partners who are helping. I held a video conference with the heads of all Ukraine's diplomatic missions. I am grateful to our diplomats for their efforts and for representing Ukraine's interests with dignity around the world. We discussed the main priorities of their work for the near future and for the coming year. It is crucial to continue strengthening our air defense. Ukraine needs air defense systems and missiles for them. We must expand the PURL initiative, through which we receive weapons for our defense, intensify efforts to involve countries that have not yet joined, and increase contributions. The development of the SAFE instrument is also important. Other topics included the return of Ukrainian children abducted by Russia and the protection of human rights in temporarily occupied territories. We also discussed the next steps in diplomatic work on UN resolutions supporting Ukraine. Ukraine needs support, and today, it is especially important that every diplomat works to strengthen the state, ensure its protection, and enhance our positions. I presented the orders of the Golden Star and other state awards to the service members of Ukraine's security and defense forces, and handed the distinctions to the families of the fallen heroes who were awarded posthumously. We honor Ukraine's warriors. We thank Ukrainian families for giving us such warriors. We are doing everything to make Ukraine stronger every day. This is exactly what is needed. For every Russian strike, there is our response, and it will become even more tangible. For each of our fallen heroes, we will take revenge. And we will force Russia into peace, without any doubt. The day will come when this war ends, and when we guarantee real security for all Ukrainian children and for all our generations. We must guarantee Ukraine a life without war. Thank you to everyone who is bringing this day closer, and we will always honor the memory of all our people, all our heroes of different times who gave their lives so that Ukraine could live.
Bringing you the news in a more digital way.